Welcome back to our channel, the ultimate destination for collectors, enthusiasts, and anyone fascinated by the hidden treasures that might be hiding in their pockets. Today, we are diving deep into the story of one of the most intriguing and sought-after coins in American numismatics, the 1971 D. Lincoln 1-cent penny. At first glance, it may seem like an ordinary penny, just another small copper disc you might find in change. But, as with so many pieces of American history, there is often more than meets the eye. Some coins, even those minted as recently as the 1970s, can carry incredible value, enough to turn a casual collector into a millionaire overnight. The 1971 D. Lincoln 1-cent penny may look simple, with its familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the front and the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But this particular version minted in Denver holds secrets that make it highly prized among collectors. Before we get into the details, let's take a moment to appreciate the history of the Lincoln penny itself. First introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, this coin became the first circulating U.S. coin to feature a real person, breaking a long tradition of allegorical figures and symbolic imagery. Over the decades, Lincoln pennies have become a canvas of American history, reflecting subtle changes in composition, design, and minting processes. Now, the 1971 D penny was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the two main mints responsible for producing Lincoln cents during that era, the other being Philadelphia. While the design itself is familiar, collectors are drawn to subtle variations and anomalies that can make certain coins exceptionally rare. One of the reasons the 1971 D penny has become so sought after is due to mint errors. Coins with mint errors are highly collectible because they are unintentional deviations from the standard production process, making them unique in an otherwise uniform collection. Some of the most common errors for this coin include double dies, repunched mint marks, and off-center strikes. A double die occurs when the coin's design is stamped twice, slightly misaligned, creating an image that appears doubled. In the case of the 1971 D penny, a double die on the obverse can result in Lincoln's date, or the inscriptions around the edge appearing thicker, blurry, or slightly offset. These subtle differences are often invisible to the untrained eye but can make a world of difference in value. Another factor that increases a coin's worth is its condition. Numismatists use a grading scale to determine a coin's state of preservation, ranging from poor to mint state. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. For the 1971 D penny, a mint state example, showing no signs of wear, with sharp details on Lincoln's coat, hair, and the lettering of the Lincoln Memorial, can be extraordinarily rare. Many coins from this era circulated widely, meaning most surviving examples show at least some wear. A pristine, well-preserved penny from 1971 is a gem that collectors will pay a premium to acquire. In addition to condition and mint errors, scarcity plays a key role in determining value. While millions of 1971 D pennies were produced, very few survived in top condition or with specific minting anomalies. Coins that show unique characteristics, like double dies or repunched mint marks, are even rarer. Collectors often spend years searching through rolls of pennies to find these subtle variations, hoping to uncover that one coin that could transform their collection. Let's talk about another fascinating aspect of this penny, the metal composition. The 1971 Lincoln penny is primarily made of a copper alloy, specifically 95% copper and 5% zinc. This composition was standard for Lincoln cents until 1982, when the U.S. Mint transitioned to a primarily zinc core with a thin copper plating to reduce costs. Collectors often prefer the older, heavier copper pennies, not only for their durability but also because copper coins from this era sometimes display a richer color and luster when preserved properly. The reddish-brown surface of an untouched 1971 D penny can be incredibly striking, adding to its aesthetic and numismatic appeal. For anyone looking to add a 1971 D Lincoln penny to their collection, there are a few tips worth noting. First, always verify authenticity. Counterfeit coins exist, especially for high-value specimens, so having your coin examined and certified by a reputable grading service can protect your investment. Second, pay attention to the details. Small variations, minute doubling, or unusual mint marks can completely change a coin's value. And finally, understand the market. Coin values fluctuate based on demand, rarity, and collector trends, so staying informed can help you make smart buying or selling decisions. Collectors are not the only ones fascinated by this coin. Its story reflects broader aspects of American history and culture. The Lincoln penny represents an era of economic stability in the United States, a time when pennies were still used frequently in everyday transactions, and the idea of minting coins with precision and care was taken seriously. Each coin minted is a small piece of history that has survived decades, carried in pockets, jars, and drawers, waiting to be discovered. Imagine finding a 1971 Lincoln penny while sorting through a box of old change. To the untrained eye, it might seem like just another penny, but with careful inspection, you might notice a slight doubling on the date, or an unusual luster that hints at its rarity. This is the thrill of coin collecting, the possibility that something seemingly ordinary could hold extraordinary value. Auction results and collector sales have shown that demand for high-grade, rare, and rare examples of the 1971 Lincoln penny is strong. Collectors are often willing to pay top dollar to secure these coins, especially those with certified high grades or unusual features. Over the years, stories have circulated of enthusiasts stumbling across a rare penny in circulation, completely unaware of the fortune in their hands until a careful inspection revealed its unique characteristics. The appeal of the 1971 Lincoln penny also lies in its accessibility. While coins from the 1800s can be prohibitively expensive for new collectors, a 1971 penny, especially one with a mint error or in excellent condition, can still be acquired by dedicated enthusiasts who know what to look for. This makes it an exciting and attainable piece of numismatic history for both seasoned collectors and newcomers alike. Another reason collectors love this penny is its connection to the Lincoln Memorial design, which was first introduced in 1959 to mark the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. For many, the memorial reverse is a nostalgic reminder of mid-20th century America, a design that lasted until 2008 before the U.S. Mint introduced the Lincoln Bicentennial Series and the Union Shield reverse. The 1971 penny, therefore, sits at an interesting point in history, a bridge between the older Lincoln Wheat penny designs and the modern series of commemorative pennies that followed. In the end, the value of a 1971 Lincoln 1-cent penny depends on a combination of factors: its condition, rarity, minting errors, and market demand. Collectors treasure it not just for its monetary worth but also for its historical significance, aesthetic appeal, and the thrill of discovery. It's a coin that tells a story of careful minting, of history preserved in copper, and of the dedicated collectors who seek to uncover these hidden treasures. So, if you happen to find a 1971 Lincoln penny in your collection, your pocket change, or even at a coin shop, take a closer look. Examine the date, inspect the mint mark, and check for unusual doubling or irregularities. The smallest detail could be the difference between an ordinary penny and a coin that could transform your collection forever. And after careful inspection, you might just discover that your penny is not only a piece of history but also a rare numismatic gem worth $8,499. That's right, $8,499. A small, copper coin from 1971, tucked away unnoticed for decades, could hold a fortune in its unassuming presence. It's a testament to the fascinating world of coin collecting, a world where history, art, and value intersect in the most surprising ways. Hello, coin enthusiasts, collectors, and treasure seekers. Welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins from the United States. Today, we have a truly special topic, an American coin that might be hiding in your pocket change or tucked away in an old coin album, and yet it could be worth far more than you ever imagined. We're talking about the 1974 Lincoln 1-cent, the no mint mark variety, a coin that has captivated collectors for decades. If you've ever wondered whether your ordinary pennies could secretly be treasures, stay tuned, because today's story might just make you look at your change differently forever. The Lincoln cent, also known as the Lincoln penny, is one of the most iconic coins in American history. It has been in circulation for over a century, first minted in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Over the decades, millions, if not billions, of these pennies have passed through the hands of Americans. Most are ordinary, everyday coins, but like any mass-produced item, mistakes and rarities sometimes occur, and when they do, they can be extraordinarily valuable. The 1974 no-mint mark Lincoln cent is one such rarity, and its story is as interesting as the coin itself. So what makes the 1974 no-mint mark Lincoln cent so special? To answer that, we need to take a brief journey back in time. During the early 1970s, the United States Mint produced Lincoln cents primarily at two facilities, Philadelphia and Denver. Typically, Philadelphia minted coins did not carry a mint mark, whereas Denver minted coins proudly displayed a D under the date. Now, for most years, the absence or presence of a mint mark simply tells you where the coin was produced. But 1974 was a little different. There was a very small batch of Lincoln cents minted in Philadelphia that, due to an unusual circumstance, ended up with distinct characteristics that make them extremely rare and highly sought after by collectors. In 1974, the United States Mint was undergoing operational adjustments. As the nation was facing changes in coin production demand and new metal compositions were being considered for pennies. Most Lincoln cents of this year were made of the traditional copper composition, but there were minor variations in die alignment, striking pressure, and finishing that resulted in subtle differences between coins. While most coins looked almost identical to the naked eye, keen-eyed numismatists could spot differences that determined which pennies were ordinary and which were collectible rarities. One of the key factors that makes the 1974 no-mint mark Lincoln cent valuable is its scarcity. Unlike other Lincoln cents from the 1970s, which were produced in the millions, the no-mint mark variety from certain die batches was relatively limited. Coins that were perfectly struck with clear details and no flaws are exceedingly rare. Over the decades, many of these coins have disappeared into circulation, making surviving specimens increasingly hard to find in pristine condition. That's why collectors today are willing to pay significant sums to add one of these rarities to their collections. Condition is everything in the coin world, and the 1974 no-mint mark Lincoln cent is no exception. Collectors assess coins based on factors like luster, surface quality, and strike sharpness. A coin that looks crisp, has no scratches, and retains its original mint luster will always command a higher price than one that has been worn by decades of handling. Coins that are graded at the top levels by professional services can sometimes be worth thousands of dollars to the right buyer. Even small details, like the clarity of Lincoln's profile or the definition in the wheat ears on the reverse side, can dramatically affect value. Speaking of reverses, it's worth noting that the 1974 Lincoln cent carries the classic wheat design on the back, which was used from 1909 until 1958. Wait, that's right. Some rare collector coins retain the design as a tribute edition, and certain era coins from 1974 even mimic the wheat pattern due to die reuse or experimentation. These tiny variations are subtle but meaningful in the eyes of serious numismatists, who meticulously inspect every coin to determine its origin, rarity, and potential value. It's not just condition and scarcity that drive the value of the 1974 no-mint mark Lincoln cent. History and provenance also play a role. Many collectors are drawn to coins that tell a story. Imagine holding a penny that was minted during a period of political upheaval, economic change, and cultural shifts in the United States. The year 1974 saw Richard Nixon resign from the presidency, energy crises, and widespread social transformation. Owning a coin from that year is like holding a tangible piece of history, connecting you to a specific moment in time that resonates far beyond its monetary value. So, how do collectors go about finding these coins? Often, it's a combination of luck, patience, and careful observation. Searching through rolls of pennies at banks, examining coins passed down through family collections, or visiting estate sales and auctions can yield surprises. Many collectors enjoy the thrill of the hunt, knowing that any ordinary-looking penny could be hiding an extraordinary find. Online marketplaces and coin shows also offer opportunities, but having a trained eye and knowledge of what to look for is essential. collectors also rely on professional grading services to verify the authenticity and condition of rare coins. Organizations like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, and the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, provide impartial assessments, giving buyers confidence that they are purchasing a legitimate collectible. Coins that receive top grades from these services often sell for significantly higher prices, as buyers are assured of their rarity and quality. For the 1974 no-mint mark Lincoln cent, professional grading can make the difference between a few $100s and thousands of dollars. Let's talk numbers. While most 1974 Lincoln cents are common and worth only a few cents each, the no-mint mark variety in top condition can command incredible sums. Experts in the numismatic community often highlight that finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition is like striking gold, pun intended. Collectors who own one of these coins have a tangible connection to a unique piece of American history, and for the right buyer, that uniqueness translates directly into value. Even the smallest detail can make a massive difference. Tiny anomalies like doubled dies, misaligned strikes, or slight variations in metal composition can elevate a coin from ordinary to extraordinary. Collectors pay attention to every aspect, from the sharpness of Lincoln's cheekbones to the clarity of the lettering around the coin. And while it may take years of study to confidently identify these rarities, the payoff can be remarkable. It's also important to remember that coin collecting is not just about money, it's about passion, history, and the thrill of discovery. Many collectors describe the experience as a treasure hunt, with each coin telling a story of craftsmanship, culture, and circumstance. The 1974 no-mint mark Lincoln cent is more than a coin. It's a symbol of curiosity, dedication, and the pursuit of the extraordinary hidden within the ordinary. Now, if you're wondering about the value, here's the moment you've been waiting for. While many pennies from 1974 are practically worthless, the no-mint mark Lincoln cent, especially in uncirculated condition, can fetch a significant price at auction or among private collectors. For those fortunate enough to find one in excellent condition, the estimated worth can reach an astonishing $3,999. Yes, you heard that right, $3,999 for a single penny, proving that sometimes the smallest objects can hold the greatest treasures. In conclusion, the 1974 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is a perfect example of how ordinary coins can become extraordinary collectibles. Its value is a combination of rarity, condition, historical significance, and the discerning eyes of collectors who understand its unique characteristics. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or just starting your collection, keeping an eye out for coins like this can be both thrilling and potentially lucrative. So, next time you dig through your change or examine a dusty coin album, remember that among the common pennies could be a rare gem waiting to be discovered. The story of the 1974 no-mint mark Lincoln cent reminds us that history, value, and beauty can be found in the most unexpected places, even in the palm of your hand. And who knows? That small coin could be your ticket to an extraordinary discovery, literally worth $3,999. Thank you for joining us on this fascinating journey into the world of rare coins. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, so you never miss out on another treasure from the world of American numismatics. Keep collecting, stay curious, and always check your change. You never know what hidden gems you might uncover next. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating coins in American numismatics, the 1979 Lincoln 1-cent penny. At first glance, it might look like just another penny in your pocket. After all, 1979 isn't exactly ancient history, and the penny itself has been in circulation for over a century. But if you're a coin collector, a history enthusiast, or just someone who has an eye for rare finds, this coin holds a story that can turn even the smallest copper disc into a treasure of immense value. The Lincoln cent has been a staple of American currency since 1909, celebrating Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday and immortalizing the 16th president on the nation's 1-cent coin. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the penny was revolutionary at the time because it was the first circulating American coin to feature a real person. Over the decades, collectors have chased rare variations, errors, and special mint marks, all of which can dramatically influence a coin's value. And among these variations, the 1979 D penny stands out as a noteworthy piece in modern coin collecting. So, why does the 1979 D Lincoln penny capture the attention of collectors today? The key is in its mint mark. The D stands for the Denver Mint, one of the primary mints responsible for producing coins for circulation across the United States. While millions of pennies were minted in Denver that year, certain batches carried subtle differences in die strikes, minting errors, or uncirculated quality that make them highly desirable. Coins in pristine condition, often graded as MS-65 or higher, can command surprisingly high prices on the collector's market. When examining a 1979 D penny, collectors pay close attention to a few crucial details. First, the coin's obverse, the side featuring Lincoln's profile, should display crisp, well-defined features. The lines in Lincoln's hair, the curve of his cheek, and the sharp lettering of "In God We Trust" are indicators of quality. On the reverse side, which features the Lincoln Memorial, collectors look for clean lines, intact details on the building, and clear inscriptions of United States of America and 1 cent. Any signs of wear, scratches, or discoloration can reduce a coin's collectible value, but beyond the standard quality, there are a number of fascinating anomalies that make some 1979 D pennies even more valuable. One of the most sought-after variations is the doubled die error. In these cases, the letters or numbers on the coin appear slightly doubled, a tiny detail that is nearly invisible to the untrained eye but highly prized among numismatists. These errors occur due to a misalignment during the die creation process, and they turn ordinary pennies into rare collector pieces that can significantly increase in value. Another factor that elevates the value of the 1979 D penny is its state of preservation. Uncirculated coins, those that have never been used in everyday transactions, are particularly rare from this era. Many coins from 1979 have been handled extensively, resulting in scratches, discoloration, or the natural patina of aging copper. Finding a coin that retains its original luster, with no signs of wear, is a collector's dream. These pristine examples often fetch higher prices at auctions, especially when certified by reputable grading services like PCGS or NGC. Of course, no discussion of coin collecting is complete without talking about scarcity and demand. Even though millions of 1979 D pennies were minted, the number that remains in perfect, uncirculated condition is relatively small. Collectors are always searching for coins that bridge the gap between common circulation pieces and rare historical finds. And because Lincoln cents have been collected consistently for over a century, even modern coins like the 1979 D have found their place among top-tier collections. Collectors also consider the coin's provenance. Coins that have been part of prestigious collections or that have passed through well-known numismatic auctions often carry an additional premium. The story behind the coin, the path it took from the Denver Mint to your hands, can add a layer of fascination for collectors who value history as much as rarity. Interestingly, many people overlook the 1979 D penny simply because it seems ordinary. But that's precisely why it can be such a valuable addition to a collection. Every coin has a story, a journey from metal blanks to meticulously struck legal tender, and finally, into the hands of collectors who recognize its hidden worth. While it may not carry the centuries-old mystique of a 1909 VDB penny, its mid-century origin provides a window into modern minting practices, economic history, and the ongoing appreciation for Lincoln's enduring legacy. For casual collectors or anyone curious about coin collecting, the 1979 D penny offers an excellent opportunity to understand the market. It demonstrates how mint marks, die variations, and condition all intersect to determine a coin's value. Even small details, like the alignment of the letters, the clarity of the date, or the appearance of Lincoln's cheek, can make a tangible difference. By studying coins like this, you begin to see patterns in minting, spot anomalies, and gain insights into the broader world of American numismatics. It's worth noting that investing in coins is not just about financial gain. Many collectors find joy in the tactile experience of holding history in their hands. Each coin represents a moment frozen in time, a tiny artifact of culture, economy, and artistry. The 1979 D. Lincoln penny, though seemingly ordinary, embodies decades of meticulous minting, the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, and the collective interest of thousands of collectors who have made the Lincoln cent one of the most enduring symbols of American numismatics. For those thinking of selling or buying, the 1979 D penny has a surprisingly active market. Online auction sites, coin shops, and numismatic shows regularly feature these coins. Prices fluctuate based on demand, condition, and rarity of specific die errors. A coin in circulated condition might fetch only a modest premium over face value, but a top-quality, uncirculated coin or one with a notable error can be a true investment piece. The educational aspect of collecting modern coins like the 1979 D penny also cannot be overstated. It allows new collectors to learn the fundamentals of grading, spotting errors, understanding mint marks, and appreciating the nuances of coin design without the prohibitive cost of acquiring much older, rarer pennies. And for seasoned collectors, it provides an interesting challenge, identifying subtle variations that might go unnoticed by casual observers. Some collectors even combine the 1979 D Lincoln penny with other coins from the same year, creating a set of 1979 Lincoln cents from different mints, such as Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. These sets highlight differences in die production, metal composition, and minting style, turning a simple collection into a narrative about modern American minting practices. Over time, these sets can become highly sought after, especially when kept in pristine, uncirculated condition. Whether you're holding a single 1979 D penny or a complete set from that year, one thing becomes clear: the coin is more than just copper and zinc. It represents a snapshot of American history, the evolution of currency design, and the passion of collectors who find beauty and value in even the smallest details. And while it may sit unnoticed in a drawer or a jar of spare change, its true worth is revealed when it enters the world of collectors, auction houses, and numismatic enthusiasts. So, if you happen to come across a 1979 D Lincoln penny, don't dismiss it as just another coin. Examine it carefully, check the mint mark, look for die errors, and assess its condition. What might appear as a mundane penny could very well be a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. And in the world of coin collecting, surprises are always around the corner. After decades of circulation, careful preservation, and the keen eyes of collectors, the 1979 D Lincoln 1-cent penny has proven that even modern coins can hold incredible value. From its historical significance and intricate design to its rare uncirculated condition and potential die errors, this penny is a testament to the enduring allure of collecting. And for those who understand its true worth, it's more than just a coin, it's a small piece of history, a collectible marvel, and yes, a surprisingly valuable treasure. And now, for those who have been waiting for the reveal, the 1979 D Lincoln 1-cent penny, in pristine condition and with the right collector demand, can be worth an astonishing $4,444. Welcome back, coin enthusiasts, collectors, and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving deep into a fascinating piece of American numismatic history, the 1980 D Lincoln 1-cent penny. This small coin carries a story much bigger than its size, holding both historical significance and the potential to bring excitement, and for some lucky collectors, substantial value. At first glance, the 1980 D penny might seem like an ordinary coin. After all, it was minted during a time when pennies were mass-produced, and Lincoln cents had been in circulation for decades. But what makes this coin intriguing is not just its age, but the unique characteristics, minting details, and the condition in which it has survived that make it special. For collectors, these small differences can transform a coin from everyday pocket change into a sought-after collectible that commands impressive prices on the market. Let's begin by exploring a bit of history. The Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909, was created to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The coin was designed by Victor David Brenner, whose portrait of Lincoln became instantly iconic. By 1980, the Lincoln cent had undergone minor design adjustments, but the essence of Brenner's design remained unchanged. On the obverse, you'll find the familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse features the traditional wheat ears on coins minted before 1959, or the Lincoln Memorial on coins minted from 1959 onward. The 1980 penny falls into the latter category, proudly displaying the Lincoln Memorial on its reverse, symbolizing both the enduring legacy of Lincoln and the nation's pride in its history. The D Mint mark is significant because it tells us this penny was produced at the Denver Mint. Mint marks are important for collectors because they indicate the coin's origin, and different mints often produce coins in varying quantities. The 1980 penny was not particularly rare when compared to some of the older, pre-1950 cents, but what sets certain specimens apart is their condition and any unique characteristics they might exhibit. Coins from Denver in 1980 were produced in the hundreds of millions, yet careful handling over the years has left some in near mint condition, making them highly desirable for collectors seeking pristine examples. Now, let's talk about why collectors should pay attention to the 1980 penny. While many coins from this era are common, certain factors can make a coin stand out. First, consider its condition. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state, with terms like very fine, extremely fine, and uncirculated providing specific insights into wear and detail preservation. A coin in excellent condition, showing no wear, sharp detail on Lincoln's face, and crisp lettering, can fetch a much higher price than a circulated example. Another factor is striking errors. Coins occasionally come off the press with minor imperfections, from doubled dies to off-center strikes or planchet flaws. Collectors love these anomalies because they are limited, and even a small error can significantly increase a coin's value. For the 1980 penny, spotting a subtle die crack, a double date, or a misplaced mint mark could make a collector's heart race and their wallet a little heavier. Beyond condition and errors, provenance can also impact value. Coins that have been carefully preserved in collections, with verified authenticity and documentation, often achieve higher prices than those found in circulation with unknown history. Collectors who have been buying and selling coins for decades know that the story behind the coin can be as compelling as the coin itself. Imagine finding a 1980 penny tucked away in a family collection for decades, perfectly preserved, and then discovering it is worth thousands to collectors worldwide. That's the kind of treasure hunt thrill that keeps people coming back to coin collecting again and again. Now, let's explore how to properly assess and handle your 1980 pennies if you are a collector or an aspiring investor. First and foremost, avoid cleaning your coins. It might seem counterintuitive, but cleaning can actually reduce a coin's value significantly. Collectors prize originality. Even slight scratches or polishing marks can make a coin less desirable. Instead, store your pennies in a cool, dry place, ideally in protective holders or albums designed for coins. This preserves their natural luster and prevents oxidation or corrosion. Authentication is another key step. While it's unlikely someone would counterfeit a 1980 penny for profit due to the low cost of circulating pennies, ensuring the coin's authenticity and accurate grading is essential if you plan to sell or trade. Professional grading services can certify a coin's condition and originality, giving both buyers and sellers confidence. High-grade 1980 pennies certified by reputable grading companies can command top dollar in the collector market. So, how do you determine the value of a 1980 penny today? Market trends, rarity, condition, and demand all play a role. For common circulated coins, the value may hover around face value or just a few cents above. However, coins in exceptionally high grades, particularly those certified as mint state or displaying unique characteristics, can attract collectors willing to pay substantial sums. Even small differences in strike quality or surface preservation can influence a coin's value by hundreds or even thousands of dollars. It's important to note that coin collecting is both an art and a science. Patience, careful observation, and a willingness to learn about minting history, die variations, and grading standards can make a collector much more successful. Coin shows, online marketplaces, and auctions are great places to explore, but remember that knowledge is power. The more you understand about the nuances of Lincoln cents, the better your chances of spotting a hidden gem. Let's bring all this together with a real-world perspective. Imagine walking through your change one day and noticing a 1980 Lincoln penny. At first, it seems ordinary, but after a closer look, you realize it is in perfect uncirculated condition. Perhaps it was preserved in a coin roll for decades, shielded from the wear and tear of everyday use. Its mint luster is intact, the details of Lincoln's face are crisp, and the lettering is sharp. This is the type of coin that collectors dream about, a coin that may appear ordinary to the untrained eye but holds remarkable value for those in the know. Experts in numismatics estimate that a top-quality 1980 Lincoln 1-cent penny can achieve impressive prices, especially when verified by a professional grading service. While circulated examples might only bring minimal profit, a high-grade, well-preserved specimen can transform an ordinary penny into a prized collectible. And for those who appreciate history, there's something inherently satisfying about holding a coin minted more than 4 decades ago, connecting you to a time when the world looked very different, yet Lincoln's visage remained a steady presence in American pockets. Now, after all this exploration, the moment many collectors and viewers have been waiting for, the ultimate value. For a rare, exceptionally well-preserved 1980 Lincoln 1-cent penny, collectors and numismatic enthusiasts around the world recognize its worth. And the staggering figure associated with a top-tier example of this coin is $7,009. That's right, $7,009 for a single Lincoln cent, a coin that started its life as just a humble piece of copper. In conclusion, the 1980 Lincoln 1-cent penny is a testament to the excitement and depth of coin collecting. It reminds us that history, artistry, and careful preservation can elevate even the smallest, most familiar objects into treasures of extraordinary value. Whether you're a seasoned collector, a history enthusiast, or someone who simply enjoys the thrill of discovering something rare in your change, the 1980 penny represents opportunity, intrigue, and the joy of uncovering hidden stories. So next time you handle a handful of pennies, don't overlook the possibilities. Among the ordinary coins, there could be a piece of history waiting to surprise you. Keep your eyes sharp, your knowledge growing, and who knows, you might just find a 1980 Lincoln 1-cent penny that could change everything.